Hello, I'm Amy Blaylock. Welcome to City Hall this week. City Manager Tom Bonfield is now considering what the next step should be in response to unanimous recommendations regarding findings of racial bias and racial profiling by the Durham Police Department. Mayor Bill Bell requested last fall that the Durham Human Relations Commission review allegations brought by residents against the department. The commission held a series of public hearings over a 6-month period of time as part of its review. It presented its findings and recommendations during the City Council's May 22nd work session.
Based on our research, supported by testimony from Durham citizens, we found the existence of racial bias and profiling present in Durham Police Department practices.
Recommendations for improvements were made in 6 different areas, one of which was in regard to police stops and consent searches.
We recommend the Durham Police Department communicate to citizens why they are being stopped or detained. The reason should be documented by the police department in a form that is reviewable by the citizens. We recommend that the written form be required for all searches, all consent searches. This form must be signed by the citizen or detainee and should be available in English and Spanish. We recommend the Durham Police Department require all officers to document with an incident report any encounter that requires a search of a person or property. This report should include a reason for the stop and search.
Another series of recommendations focused on Durham Police Department training.
We recommend that the Durham Police Department collaborate with the National Independent Training Organization, approved by the City Manager and City Council, to create and implement a racial equality training program for the Durham police officers. We recommend that racial equity, mental health, and crisis intervention training be made part of new recruit training. We recommend the Durham Police Department enhance their mental health and crisis intervention training for those officers who interact regularly with the community. We recommend the Durham Police Department job performance evaluations include a review of stop and search data for irregularities in conduct and policy. We recommend a yearly training needs analyst in order to make any adjustments necessary to meet the needs of the community.
Other specific areas for improvement that were noted in the report included giving residents a better understanding and appreciation of the positive work of the department through changes in its communications and community outreach, changes to department policies, specifically that vehicle cameras remain operating at all times and cannot be disabled by an officer, reviewing other cities' diversion initiatives regarding making marijuana arrests a low priority, changes to the Citizens Police Review Board, and changes to the way complaints and internal affairs are handled by making technological improvements and making sure that complaints of retaliation against residents by police officers are properly investigated. The report also made several general recommendations to improve overall community and police relations.
We recommend the Durham Police Department strengthen accountability, both internal and external, regarding racial profiling and bias with the use of measurable benchmarks. We recommend the City of Durham partner with the Human Relations Commission and outside organizations such as Fostering Alternative Drug Enforcement, National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, Southern Coalition for Social Justice, etc., to promote a comprehensive program to educate the citizens on their rights in regards to police stops, searches, and their avenues of redress. We recommend the Durham Police Department, as all other governmental departments in the City of Durham, complete a strategic plan which includes community policing initiatives.
It should be noted that the recommendations were not unanimous, and the dissenting commission members will be submitting their own report soon. At the end of the presentation, the City Council asked City Manager Tom Bonfield to bring a timetable for a recommended course of action to its June 16th meeting. The city's efforts to help put unemployed residents back to work are getting more financial support. Durham is one of 18 recipients from across the nation of a grant given by the Environmental Workforce Development and Job Training Program. The grants fund training programs that provide unemployed and underemployed low-income individuals with the skills and certifications needed to enter full-time careers in the environmental field. The funding also supports job placement and recruitment activities. A total of $3.6 million will be given out through the program nationwide. 2 shopping centers that serve as a gateway to the Fayetteville Street corridor could be getting a makeover of sorts. The City Council received a report on the proposed project during its May 22nd work session. The developer of the Phoenix Crossing and Phoenix Square shopping centers has applied for a neighborhood revitalization grant from the city. Phoenix Crossing Shopping Center is located at the corner of Fayetteville Street and Lakewood Avenue. Phoenix Square Shopping Center is located across Fayetteville Street. If the funding is approved, it would go toward transforming the exterior of the Phoenix Crossing Shopping Center from its current appearance to what you see here. For the Phoenix Square Shopping Center, the parking lot would be repaired and restriped. The developer says the improvements would complement the Southside Revitalization Project, as well as make the area more attractive for small businesses that want to be in central Durham but cannot afford downtown. If you frequently bike or walk throughout Durham, here's your chance to have a say in proposed bicycle and pedestrian design improvements for 4 roadway corridors. The Public Works Department will host public meetings to give residents a chance to review and discuss the results of preliminary design studies for the corridors. Those roadways include Marine Road from Irwin Road to Neal Road, Carpenter Fletcher Road from Woodcroft Parkway to Austin Avenue, Cornwallis Road from South Roxborough Street to Chapel Hill Road, and Hillendale Road from I-85 to NC 147. The remaining meetings will be held on Monday, June 2nd from 6 until 8 p.m. at the Rogers Hurd Middle School and on Wednesday, June 11th from 6 until 8 p.m. at the Durham Public Schools Staff Development Center. Both the Durham Walks Pedestrian Plan and the Durham Comprehensive Bicycle Transportation Plan call for pedestrian and bicycle improvements to these 4 corridors. Summer and cookouts go hand in hand, but unfortunately, so do grilling-related disasters. Find out what you can do to keep your cookout fun and safe when City Hall This Week continues.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Welcome back. There's good news for city residents who buy flood insurance. The city is now an eligible and participating member of the community rating system of the National Flood Insurance Program.
The National Flood Insurance Program is a program through FEMA and the federal government through which a city agrees to uphold certain minimum floodplain development standards, and in return, FEMA provides federally backed flood insurance for the residents of the city of Durham.
The community rating system portion of the program allows the city to get credit for existing and new efforts related to floodplain management. It is a voluntary system that the city applied to be a part of and will ultimately benefit flood insurance policyholders.
Community rating system is again a voluntary program that the city has elected to enter. Community rating system is an enhanced floodplain management program where we agree to uphold even higher development standards within floodplain, and in return, City of Durham residents receive 10 to 5% discounts on their flood insurance premiums.
This is important news to policyholders that may already be seeing their rates rise dramatically because of the Biggert Waters Act.
The Biggert Waters Act was passed in 2012. And it was an attempt to bring in more money for the National Flood Insurance Program. Due to many federal disasters and flooding disasters, the program was running out of money. So the Biggert Waters Act was intended to raise insurance premiums to pay for all the losses that FEMA had paid for past flooding events.
The drastic impacts of those increases on homeowners and property owners are being lessened a bit by the recent passage of the Grim Waters Act of 2014.
It was designed to soften the impact of Biggert Waters. The Biggert Waters Act created hardships for homeowners, business owners, any property owner whose flood insurance went up so dramatically that they were stuck with either having to sell their property because they could no longer afford it, but on the other hand, their flood insurance premiums were so high that they couldn't sell the properties.
While that will help transition property owners to the higher rates more gradually, the city wanted to make sure it is doing everything possible to keep insurance premiums low for residents and business owners in Durham.
Saving 10% on flood insurance for properties within special flood hazard areas is a significant discount. Will save our residents a significant amount of money on their flood insurance in the face of these increases that are coming from the federal government. In addition, it saves 5% for property owners that whose properties are outside of the special flood hazard areas. These are called preferred risk policies.
Their premiums that will be reduced because of the program took effect with policy renewals on May 1st. For more information about the community rating system or the Bigot Waters Act, visit floodsmart.gov or FEMA.gov. Now that summer is here and it's time to fire up the grill, the Durham Fire Department is offering these reminders to keep your cookout from going up in flames. Since more than 30% of home grilling fires start on a balcony or unenclosed porch, it's important to only operate grills at least 10 feet from balconies or anything else that could easily catch fire. Propane and charcoal grills should only be used outdoors. Keep children and pets away from the grill area. Never leave your grill unattended. And for gas grills, when shutting them down, shut off the propane tank or natural gas main shutoff valve and then shut off the burner control valves. This prevents residual gas from being left in the system under pressure. For more information about how to keep your cookout safe and fun this summer, visit the fire department's homepage on the city's website. That does it for City Hall this week. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can also find us on demand on Durham Television Network's webpage and on YouTube. I'm Amy Blaylock. Thank you for joining us.